Hey everyone, Simon back again here with my second video of the day. You're watching the Modern Awakened Perspective, your map for the path to enlightenment. And this is a second story I have is about George Soros actually, and how recent documents and recordings show that he is responsible for actually trying to influence the 2016 election the way they were trying to accuse Trump and Russia of trying to interfere in the election. Now, before I get into the story, everyone please give me a thumbs up if you like this sort of content. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you have, I really do appreciate your support. It all helps a lot, helps people find this sort of content down the road as they go to search for it. Also, my Twitter handle is in the description, so please feel free to follow me on Twitter. I put all my videos on there and also retweet a lot of other things which I think are good for people who are trying to expand their consciousness and try to wake up and see things for how they truly are. So let me get into this story. It's pretty juicy, pretty complex actually also, so I'll do my best to try to make it clear and concise for everyone. Documents and recordings prove George Soros tried to help Hillary Clinton win the 2016 election. Deep state billionaire George Soros has funded media lobbying groups all around the world to try to help put the correct spin on stories and to control the narrative with his, and try to promote his globalist agenda and his New World Order agenda. Recent documents and recordings show that organizations founded and funded by Soros were working behind the scenes to help Hillary Clinton win the 2016 presidential election. The Ukraine Crisis Media Center was founded in 2014 by Ukrainian government and Soros's International Renaissance Foundation. This organization was responsible for providing evidence against Paul Manafort, Trump's campaign manager. There was what's called a black ledger as part of the info compiled to try to influence the 2016 election. A Ukrainian court recently ruled that the release of the ledger by Soros-related groups was an illegal attempt to influence the outcome of the election. The information derived from Soros's groups were used to help jumpstart the DOJ's surveillance of Trump's campaign under a project called Crossfire Hurricane. Now, Soros has funded groups like this all across the world since he started the Media Matters for Americans group, which was founded with John Podesta, a name a lot of people should know. This was founded after the Monica Lewinsky scandal nearly brought down Bill Clinton. Now, his other groups across the world are modeled after this original group, and Soros's foundations are closely linked to a program called the Open World Leadership Center, which is sponsored in part by the Library of Congress. And there's many more organizations that I ran across in my research for this story here and for this video. Way too many to list, and they all sort of do the same thing, try to basically control stories all across the globe to help further this New World Order agenda. Now, a group in Ukraine known as the National AntiCorruption Bureau got a hold of this black ledger info, and when that group was working with another Soros group called the Anti-Corruption Action Center, now they started being investigated when $4.4 million went missing, and the Obama administration actually told the investigators to stand down. What a super tangled web we have here. This is much more complex than I can even get into in this video without it running over in time. But you guys see where I'm going with this. And if you want to research more into it and get deeper, you can definitely find that information online. Now, according to experts on the matter, it is no secret in Ukrainian circles that this National Anti-Corruption Bureau was created with American help and tried to exert influence during the 2016 presidential election. This U.S.-Ukraine corruption goes all the way to the White House, that's for sure. Financial records show that a Ukrainian natural gas company routed more than $3 million to American accounts tied to Hunter Biden, younger son of then Vice President Joe Biden. And if you are paying attention, you'll know that creepy Joe Biden, who just announced he would run for president in 2020, was in charge of the U.S.-Ukrainian relations for the Obama administration. Now, records also show that Vice President Biden pressured Ukrainian officials to fire a prosecutor who oversaw an investigation into that financial transfer. He was fired before he could even interview Hunter Biden, who actually served on the board of that natural gas company. This and other information is detailed in a book by Peter Schweitzer called Secret Empires: How the American Political Class Hides Corruption and Enriches Family and Friends. Probably a very, very good book to read if you're interested how all these people, make this money, funnel money around, try to control elections, try to control the outcomes of stories, how to manipulate the media into putting the spin on stories that will then make them look better and help further their agenda. Now, me personally, I'm opposed to all the globalists. I definitely am opposed to the New World Order, all this type of agenda, all this type of propaganda, as you can probably tell by my videos. And this story's starting to get a little bit longer than normal, and I barely touched on the surface of how complex this stuff really is. Also, the comment section is going to be open. If you guys have anything to add, please feel free to add and expand on this story if you'd like to. Even if you disagree with my take on everything, please feel free to comment and we can all start a discussion. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.